I'm excited that I have a story to tell. I don't know, hopefully someone hears something that inspires them.
At a very young age, I remember feeling this intense sadness and pain and disconnect from everyone, and I didn't know why. I had no tools for dealing with life and emotions, and I lived in constant fear and anxiety. Feeling the pain and the sadness was too much, so I became angry and bitter at my parents, at God, but most of all myself. I turned to self-destructive behaviors like cutting and eating disorders. I felt like crawling out of my skin, and I hated myself. I graduated high school at 17 and was accepted into Westmont College on their highest academic scholarship. But being alone in a totally new environment only intensified my problems and my fears. I felt more alone than ever, and when my problems became obvious, my mom pulled me out of school and brought me home. On Christmas Eve, there was alcohol around, and I drank for the first time. I immediately felt relief. I could handle being around my family, and the pain and the self-hatred disappeared. I had found a solution to my problems, and I became obsessed with figuring out how to drink again. I ended up returning to Westmont, but now my focus was on partying. I always wanted more. I became very depressed, stopped going to class, and then I found drugs. The first time I tried meth, I just remember feeling like I was alive for the first time in a long time. Eventually, I failed out of Westmont, started hanging out at motels around people doing meth and heroin. After just a few weeks of using meth, I got arrested for the first time, lost my place to live, and started living in my car. I went into a meth-induced psychosis, stopped eating, I barely slept or showered. I was unrecognizable, and I lost the will to live. I saw only one way out of the hell that I was in, but as scared as I was of life, I was also scared of death. I was trapped. One night I broke down crying, and I begged God to either help me or kill me, because I couldn't do either. I didn't know it then, but that was the moment that I began to surrender and recognize how powerless I was over my life and my addiction. Help didn't come right away, but a few weeks later I got arrested on a warrant. I got to Bethel on June 16th, 2017, scared of my own shadow. My first couple of months there, I still wanted to run on self-will. I stayed sober, but I was holding on to other unhealthy behaviors like shoplifting, lying, seeing old using friends. But eventually I got caught. I got honest with staff, and to my surprise, my honesty wasn't met with my being exited from the program. Instead, I received grace. And with that grace, I turned my program around. Instead of returning to the streets, I surrendered myself completely to my program and my higher power. During my year at Bethel House, I discovered the true me. I made mistakes, and I received grace. I found people that loved me and believed in me. My life today doesn't look anything like I thought that it would. I don't have a college degree or a car or an apartment. I'm a convicted felon. Thanks. But I have a roof over my head and a job that I love. I have a network of people that love and support me. I have motivation, ambition, goals, and dreams that I know are attainable. I am happy and at peace with the world, which is truly a miracle. Thank you all.